I won't stop till I hear him say,
Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Guys and gals, in today's video breakdown, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a more realistic price prediction and price expectation via timeline expectations on Ripple and XRP, all right? Now, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I do try and tweet out, some good, valuable information. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you're more than welcome to. What I suggest is that instead of trying to find me on Twitter by searching my handle, you guys copy the link that's in the description on all the YouTube videos, and then you copy and paste that into your browser. Remember, we are shadow banned on Twitter as well as on YouTube, so it's harder to find us, simply by just searching up our name. But anyways, I tweeted out to you guys. I'm going to cover a couple of different tweets. I'm going to also share some video snippets. I'm going to give you guys via some fundamentals and some PDFs and things of that nature, a little bit more of a realistic expectation surrounding price predictions and things of that nature. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I've told you guys multiple times that I'm going to be completely out of XRP. Well, I have those long-term bags anywhere between like 20 to maybe 25,000 tokens that I'm probably going to hold for 10, maybe 20 plus years till my children are, most likely in their 20s. But, the majority of my XRP holdings, I'm going to sell at double digits, and I'm going to allocate that profit into passive income resources, and I'm going to seek to retire, right? Cash will always be king at the end of the day, regardless if we choose to dabble into CBDCs or whatever the case may be, but having that passive stream of income so that way you can afford your necessities and then have extra money rolling in at the same time is enough money for you to retire before you're 35 to 45. Let's say you have multiple different properties that are making you passive income, or you have some type of sustainable business venture that's making you consistent passive income. That's what I'm looking to allocate all of my profits when these double digits on XRP or these other utility assets do come into fruition. But that's besides the point right now. Again, giving you guys some realistic expectations. None of this $1,000 crap, bullish moonboy stuff that's on the internet, right? Maybe in 2030, 2035, 2040, we could see that those price targets come into fruition, right? But right here on my Twitter, I said to you all, everyone thinks the Ripple SEC case is what will drive price higher. Tisk, tisk. The media has everyone manipulated. You guys need to remember that what they display to us on CNBC, on Bloomberg, on Fox News, it's all crap. It's all crap. It is not what's really going on behind the scenes. I found a video snippet of Brad Garlinghouse publicly stating that there are things that they cannot disclose to the general public. This solidifies closed door meetings are taking place, and you guys need to understand that. I've recommended some different books to you guys. We have this one book right here, Shadow Government, and we also have the book, The Wealth Hoarders. I highly advise that you guys go and educate yourselves fully on what is really happening behind closed door meetings and things of that nature. Again, information that is not publicly displayed to the general public. But coming over here to this little tiny video snippet, pay attention to what Brad Garlinghouse says in about this 15-second video clip where he was doing an interview on Bloomberg. Pay attention closely, very closely to what this gentleman says. Very interesting.
It's over 100. I actually don't know the exact number now. Last time we announced it publicly, we said over 100. We'll probably announce the next one when we get to over 200. We're signing up more than a bank a week now.
The thing is, it's not the number of banks, it's the volume
for sure
out there. What kind of volume are you looking at?
Well, we've had one that we can talk publicly about. Is we have one
volume are you looking at?
Well, we've had one corridor and run by SEB, which is one of the first or second largest bank in Sweden, has done over $1 billion USD equivalent through one corridor. So while on the global macro scale, that we're still just getting started. I think we're on mile 1 of a marathon, but we've crossed that starting line. Like, this is real activity in production systems where customers are really benefiting from that. We clearly have a long way to go, and the overall maturity of the digital asset market, I think, has a long way to go. But if we keep going back to, let's focus on a...
Okay, so I just wanted to play that little video snippet for you all. Paid attention to what Brad Garlinghouse said. He said what we can disclose publicly. Brad Garlinghouse is controlled by the puppet masters, along with all these other CEOs of all these big corporations and things of that nature. You guys have to understand that there is somebody ahead of all these individuals, even the the United States has somebody making his decisions for him. And you guys can see that via visual proof on YouTube and things of that nature, from him holding statement cards, reading, right? When they're on some type of interview, guess what they're doing, right? They're reading screens, guys. And that is typed information via people that are in control of what these individuals are saying. You must understand that, okay? So he said right there, the things that he can disclose publicly, and then he went on to talk about a partnership that he was involved with, okay? Or he went on to talk about a partnership that Ripple was involved with, all right? So again, just taking you back to this tweet that I posted out to you all, you know, everyone thinks that the Ripple SEC case is what will drive price higher. Yes, okay, that will give a nice bullish pump. It will create FOMO in the market, and we could see a nice little rally on that potential news to some new all-time highs. But to enter into price discovery mode, it's not going to be when XRP gets regulatory clarity. That's just going to be one of the driving factors, right? One of the pebbles, one of the stepping stones. It's not going to be the driving factor, okay? What's really going to flip the switch is when all of these banking institutions really start fully integrating all of their financial infrastructures over to Ripple and XRP, utilizing RippleNet, utilizing XRapid, utilizing XCurrent, things of that nature, okay? That's what's really going to drive price higher. Okay. So again, this is just part of the manipulation. It's part of the stepping stone. It's part of the process. And I've been telling you guys for quite some time that this process is not going to take part this year. It's not going to happen this year, guys and gals. So if you're holding XRP in high hopes that you're going to become a millionaire by the end of this year, that is not happening. Okay, these massive price predictions that are being put out, flooded on the internet right now by all of these influencers are just not happening. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit more clarity here. You guys know that this is a real YouTube channel. I try to give you guys the best clear cut, you know, directional, I guess you could say, education that I can give you all. So that way, you know, hopefully the YouTube channel doesn't get monetized or demonetized. I try to give you guys gems here and there. There's so much more that I want to give to you all, but you know, freedom of speech is not a thing anymore on the internet. So let's just drop some gems here, covering some other video snippets and covering some key fundamentals. I want to take your attention to some important key dates. Now, I've been telling you guys that we're not going to see a massive price appreciation on utility assets until 2024, 2025, 2026, and maybe even as late as 2027. I want to take your attention to an individual named James from the Bank of England, a representative, where he mentions these key dates. This modernizing high value payment systems was recommended to me by one of my Twitter followers, and I'll go ahead and give him a shout out real fast. Let's go ahead and find that. So Mr. Man XRP went ahead and tagged me in this. So shout out to Mr. Man. Go ahead and follow him if you please to do so. But I just wanted to give him a shout out for sending me this. But I just thought it was interesting how his dates, this guy named James, who is a representative of the Bank of England, correlates with my price predictions on XRP, reaching double digits by late 2020s. So go ahead and take a listen.
So I'll pass it to James at the Bank of England. How have you been progressing on your renewal program?
Sure. So again, it's a fairly long story. We issued our blueprint, as we called it, for the new RTGS system in 2017, and really started the project in earnest in 2018. Last year, we appointed Accenture as our technology delivery partner, and effectively, they have now built essentially the again, it's a two-part thing. So they've built the first module for the first go live event, and we're now starting testing. We've the first module is the messaging side of the system. So we're moving to ISO 20022 first before we introduce the new core ledger, which will itself obviously be based on ISO 20022. So our first go live event is in 12 months' time. We switch over to ISO 20022 in June 22. And we literally at the beginning of this week, it was the deadline for all of our direct participants to finish the first phase of testing, which was just a bilateral exchange of ISO 20022 messages according to our published schema. We then in November start with the proper round the loop end-to-end testing phase. We go live with ISO in June next year, and then the next big event is the new core ledger, which will go live in September 2023. In the meantime, we've just celebrated the 25th anniversary of our current RTGS system, which is a good milestone, but nevertheless tantamount to the fact that it really is time to start replacing it. And really a key driver, and similar to what Sean said, the current system is old, and we've taken it about as far as we can. And let's be clear, about as far as we can is 12 by 5 operations, because there's an awful lot of overnight batch processing, and it's admitting as many new participants as we can, albeit every time we admit someone to our HVPS, that's a hard code change. And frankly, that was fine for the world of the 90s, where it was all the old clearing banks and they were the only ones who dealt with us. But it's just not maintainable for today's world. So it brings us a lot more flexibility, fewer technical barriers for people to join, but exactly the same points that you've made around resilience, around access to information and reporting, ability to support new innovative services. Those really have been the key drivers throughout. And one of the other things actually we were reflecting on the other day is that blueprint is now 4 years old. Actually, what we need to do next year probably is start to consult on, right, we'll have the new system in place, hopefully come September 2023. What services are we going to launch over the future kind of 2 or 3 years? So 2024, 2025, probably into 2026, and in what order? Because actually, I think
Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys clarity on some of the key dates. You guys heard him mention right there, again, James from the Bank of England. Thanks, James from the Bank of England. He mentioned 2024, 2025, 2026. So you guys need to have that long-term vision if you are XRP holders in particular. Now, utility-based assets, again, same thing, same general vision. You need to have that longevity in this market, okay? Some key takeaways from James from the Bank of England. He said, Accenture is their tech delivery partner. Now, we already know that Accenture is partnered with Ripple. And then another key piece of information that he said via a date was the core ledger to go live is going to be sometime in September 2023. So that's a whole entire year away. Okay, that's a whole entire year away. So that's going to take me over here to a tweet that I posted out to you guys. And I said, don't freak out, but what if XRP price predictions of $40 to $50, again, double digits, took another 4 to 5 years to come into fruition? Would you still hold? Okay. Now, at the bottom of that, I did put learn how to intraday trade, because in the meantime, right, you're not going to want to drive yourself crazy, and you're definitely going to want to be, in my personal opinion, involved in these markets, which learning how to intraday trade, something that we do here at CYPRX, scalping the market, getting in and out of positions, regardless if you trade forex or cryptocurrency, is something that keeps us busy while we're waiting on our long-term bags and our price predictions to come into fruition. But would you realistically hold if XRP took another 4 to 5 years to even just hit double digits? Now, that's very realistic. Again, a lot of people don't think so, but nobody knows the future of the cryptocurrency market. Okay, there's a lot of FUD going on in the market right now and a lot of uncertainty. So just be mindful of these things, guys and gals, and pay attention to these key dates. So I then want to take your attention over here to an article from the Daily Huddle that kind of lines up with this 2030 agenda. Now, the 2030 agenda is something that I've been mentioning to you guys for quite some time. You guys can go read about it on the World Economic Forum website. A lot of these other cryptocurrency platforms and fundamental articles, you guys can go ahead and search the 2030 agenda and read about it. But this article right here kind of correlates with that 2030 agenda, which is going to correlate with a price prediction that I'm going to give you guys, a realistic price target by 2030. Again, it's only a double-digit price target, just having a realistic point of view, okay? So we see the number of crypto users set to hit 1 billion by 2030, according to a new study. Here's when. So a new study is shedding light on the future growth potential of the cryptocurrency market and digital asset space. According to a joint report compiled by Boston Consulting Group, blockchain investment firm Foresight Ventures and crypto trading platform BitGet, data suggests that the industry will surpass 1 billion users by the end of this decade. Cryptocurrency adoption is rising among retail and institutions. However, adoption is still low compared to traditional investment assets such as equities, payment technologies, and private equity allocations by institutions. If the trend line of crypto adoption continues, the total number of crypto users is likely to reach 1 billion by 2030. Okay, very possible, very realistic. I thought that I'd share this article with you all because it correlates over here with, again, the World Economic Forum, the global financial and monetary system by 2030. You guys can go read about this agenda. I like this PDF because one of the only cryptocurrencies that it mentions are Ripple and XRP. So if we just went ahead and we search Ripple on this PDF, you guys can see how it pops up multiple times. Mentioned by the World Economic Forum surrounding the 2030 agenda. We can even see that they utilized ripple.com as a resource to write this 2030 agenda PDF. So I thought that was very interesting and that I share that with you all, again, correlating Ripple and XRP with that 2030 agenda. We also know that Ripple is seeking to achieve that carbon net zero agenda by 2030 as well. So that's something also to look out for that correlates with the 2030 price prediction. But all right, let's go over to the Bank of England. Something that I want to share with you all, again, timelines are the most important thing, not to get flooded out of the market and understand that we are only in 2022. We are super early surrounding the the elite's agenda with this massive adoption that is about to take place. Ripple proof of concept, and again, this is from the Bank of England. We carried out a proof of concept with Ripple to explore the synchronized movement of two different currencies across two different real-time gross settlement systems linked using Ripple Connect and the Interledger protocol. We want to demonstrate how this kind of synchronization might lower settlement risks and improve the speed and efficiency of cross-border payments. Now, we're not going to get into the detailistic perspective of this. I just want to take you all to the timelines. Okay, so the new timeline maintains the move to enhance ISO 222 messaging in spring of 2023. So again, that's another year away, guys and gals. But instead of a two-stage process, so we hear them right here, same thing that the Fed did. Okay, they canceled out this two-stage process, and they're just going to do everything in one stage. So with the first stage in June 2022 and the second stage in February 2023, it will now be undertaken in a single stage in April 2023. So they pretty much did the same exact thing that the Fed did. They pretty much pushed everything back, and they're just going to, pretty much flip the switch on one date in 2023 at a later point in time. So we see right here, so, mark your calendars off, guys and gals. We see right here, they mention April 2023, okay? Try and attempt to not get footed out of the market until then. That is, again, a year away pretty much. So we also see that same day here. We are going to maintain the move by CHAPS to the enhanced version of the new global payment messaging standard, ISO 222, in spring 2023. Now, something that I like in correlation with this little key vocabulary gem right here is it says the new global payment messaging standard right here on ripple.com. What do we see? Utility for the new global economy. So something, again, correlation, the elites like those key vocabulary words, something to take into consideration. You guys can go and read this PDF right here. I will link it in the description down below, but it pretty much just covers FinTech Accelerator Proof of Concept. This is the Ripple PDF where it talks about Ripple exploring the synchronized settlement payments using the Interledger protocol, and it pretty much just syncs up all the dates and things of that nature, talking about the RTGS system. Okay, so just go ahead. You guys can check that out and read it for yourselves. Now moving over and kind of transitioning to the Fed, okay, the Fed wire and the Fed's Faster Payment Council. Okay, so I want to take your attention right here to an IMF PDF. I will link this in the description down below as well, because people have been asking me to link these documents down below, so I will do just that. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of this article where it mentions FedWire along with RippleNet, we see right here, and I've shown this to you guys in a previous YouTube video breakdown, we see money remittances, card payments, real-time payments, interbank FX transactions, DLT platforms, and then we see right here RippleNet along with IBM, WorldWire, Centre, Stablecoin Networks, CHIPS, CLS, and right here FedWire funds and Fed accounts. So that led me over to the Federal Reserve website. You guys can see right here, federalreserve.gov, and we see again the dates for ISO 222 implementation pushed back to the late 2020s. Okay, we see right here, the board confirmed, and again, this is from the Federal Reserve Board announces, the board announces that the new message format ISO 222 will be adopted on a single day as proposed last year rather than in 3 separate phases. The board also provided a new timeline for implementation based on a review of public comments, with the new message format to be adopted on March 10th, 2025. So go ahead and mark that in your calendar, guys and gals. In addition, the board provided further information regarding customer testing and other implementation details. You guys can go check this out. This is again on federalreserve.gov. And how do we know that Ripple is correlated with the Federal Reserve and the Faster Payments Council? Well, if we go over here, you guys can click around and you can read about this. This is the Faster Payments Task Force, again, from the Federal Reserve. You scroll all the way down to the bottom, Faster Payments Task Force participants, and you guys can go ahead and look at the roster. And if you just click the search bar right here and you type in Ripple, you can see that they, out of all the cryptocurrency assets and companies that are out there, were the only one, guys and gals, on this Faster Payments Task Force. So go ahead and just kind of piece that together. Not financial advice, but you can only put too many breadcrumbs together before you make a whole loaf, right? So with that being said, again, not financial advice. I'm just trying to give you guys the devil's in the details, right? So we see also right here, Ryan Zagone, if you want that further confirmation, Faster Payments Task Force participant roster, here's Ripple right here. And then that's going to lead me over here to this 2030 price prediction. So something else that I said to you guys is what you need to take away from this, and this is on my Twitter page, what you need to take away from this by accumulating enough utility assets is that when double-digit price targets are reached, that will give you the highest and most immediate ROI, which pays you faster so you can go out and increase your passive income to retire early and stop working. Now, if you're accumulating these utility assets, again, not financial advice, always have those long-term XRP bags that you can hold for 10, 15, 20 plus years, right? But if you're looking to actually retire, which is what I'm personally looking to do, I'm not looking to be a day trader for my entire existence, right? I'm looking to, take a load off and retire and go and enjoy myself by traveling and things of that nature. You're going to need a passive income stream, okay? Even the individuals that make millions of dollars, because there are going to be those people that see those price appreciations in their crypto portfolio in the millions, maybe even in the billions, right? A lot of people that don't have a financial plan, that they're not financially sound, right? They're not actually doing the work that they need to do to understand how to keep their newfound wealth. Those are going to be the people that spend it on materialistic things and become broke. Mark my words. Okay. You're going to see it thousands of times over and over again. History repeats itself, right? Just like people that win the lottery, that go out and they spend it all because they have no idea how to act with that amount of money. So again, do your own due diligence. It will behoove you to research on how to generate passive income once you have the capital to start businesses or to invest in things that are going to generate you passive income on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis, okay? Anyways, so that leads me to the last tweet that I'm going to read for you guys. Crypto holders who focus on the $1,000 price predictions will ultimately lose, because those are the people that are going to get fudded out, where in 3 to 4 to 5 years, the price of XRP is still not $1,000, right? Maybe it does go to that much, but I will be off the internet if that happens. I will completely go ghost, buy a satellite phone, probably buy a private island somewhere and just completely shut the world out. But if that doesn't happen, I will get to say I told you so. And the people that thought that XRP was going to go to $1,000, they're going to see that price appreciation in their portfolio, and they're not going to have pulled money out. And they don't understand that the market has to breathe. The market will pump and dump forever and always, because that's how the market moves, guys and gals. Okay. So anyways, moving on. I thought that I'd just share this last little article with you guys. This is from 2019 in November, but reading in the bottom of this, it says XRP heading to $0 or $60. Analyst clarifies controversial chart. All the way down at the bottom, he's talking about XRP potentially going to 0 in 2020. However, obviously, of course, that didn't happen. This was on the dailyhuddle.com. We see down at the bottom, after receiving a hefty dose of backlash, Kruger posted another tweet with the line showing XRP rising to $60 by the year 2030. I'm in complete cahoots with this realistic target expectation. This is where personally I think that XRP is going to go. Call me crazy. That's just me being realistic. I'm probably going to start getting out of my positions on XRP at anywhere between $40 to $50. That is a lot more realistic, and I'm going to make millions of dollars at that point in price. So for me personally, I'm not greedy. I can turn that couple of $1 million that I'm going to make off of XRP into sustainable passive income, and I can retire. I can enjoy my family time. I can enjoy my life. I can day trade my forex pairs, and I can mind my own business and get rid of this Twitter just hype that is just nasty in the market right now. So anyways, blessings to you guys all. I hope that you guys enjoyed the realness that we display here on the YouTube video breakdowns, giving you guys realistic price expectations. Again, everybody has their own personal bias. Would we all love for XRP to go to $100, to go to $1,000, to go to $10,000? Of freaking course. And the individuals that have and hold more than 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 coins of XRP, we're going to be the ones that benefit from that if that happens. But as of right now, that's most likely not going to happen. Be realistic with your target expectations. And really understand what it is that you're going to do. Again, watch the previous video that I mentioned to you all, the individuals that have regular mainstream exchanges that are buying and storing and selling crypto on. Those are going to be the individuals that pretty much get dumped out of the market, because you're not even going to be able to pull your profit off of those exchanges. It's if you make $1 million off of Uphold, it's going to take you an entire 2 months to pull that money off of Uphold. Okay. When in the meantime, if you don't transfer all of those funds into, USD coin or whatever the case may be, maybe USD Tether, you're going to see price fluctuations. You're not going to be able to pull that $1 million out like everybody's thinking that you're going to be able to do right overnight. Okay. Do your research. It'll only benefit you guys. I try to give you guys, the most clarity that I can in this cryptocurrency space. Blessings. If you guys enjoyed this video breakdown, you enjoyed my little rant here, you enjoyed the articles, smash that thumbs up button. It does help boost the YouTube algorithm. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Once we reach 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a 100 XRP giveaway. Anybody that is interested in the technical analysis mentorship program, you want to kind of elevate yourself in your trading, regardless if you trade crypto or Forex, you want a more in-depth perspective on what the banking institutions are doing, what time they're doing it, and when and what sessions they're doing it in. You guys and gals have access to that. The link is in the description down below for the mentorship. Reach out, schedule a Zoom call. I'd love to chat with you about it. Blessings to you guys all. As always, be cognizant, be aware, and I will see you guys in the next YouTube video breakdown.
I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.